Every year, the same ritual. Candles, cake, friends, laughter, and maybe a few too many drinks. I go through the motions like everyone else, smiling as they sing, pretending it's a normal birthday. But when the clock strikes 3:27, the celebration ends. That's the moment my body remembers what it is. That's the moment I sit up in bed and wait for the breaking to begin. The sounds come first. Sharp cracks as bones twist in their sockets, followed by the slow, wet tearing of skin and muscle stretching to fit a new shape. It doesn't hurt, not in the way you'd think, but it's unbearable all the same. The crunching, the popping, the grotesque rhythm of a body being undone and rebuilt. I can't hear someone snap a soda can tab or stretch a rubber band for days afterward without gagging. Blood stains, marrow stains, sheets ruined unless I prepare ahead. Now I cover the bed in plastic every year. I sit there wide awake, counting down the minutes until I feel that familiar twinge in my ribs, the warning that the change is about to take hold. By morning, I'll have a new body, a new face, a new stranger staring back at me from the mirror. My mother calls it a family trait. She claims her cousin in California suffers through something similar, though in her case it happens every month instead of once a year. Others whisper about curses, or the bite of something inhuman passed down through bloodlines. Nobody has a real answer. Just theories. Explanations that don't matter. Because the truth is always the same. Every birthday I lose myself, and I wake up in someone else's skin. This year is my 27th transformation. I don't even try to sleep anymore. I sit awake, scrolling through my phone, trying to distract myself until it begins. When it hits, it's sudden. Mai rib cavanoir. Mai fingé ben dat impossible angle. My teeth grind against each other as they shift in their gums, rearranging into a crooked smile that isn't mine. Il fil aller wenitz over. My body longer, stretched. I walk barefoot to the bathroom and face the mirror. Last year's face was soft, warm, inviting. This one is sharper. High cheekbones, a narrow chin, and one twisted incisor that ruins the smile. I cycle through expressions, trying to get used to the stranger staring back at me. Envie, sadness, joy. None of them sit right. Then the phone buzzes. A video call from my mom, just like always. She stays up late every year to see who I've become. She tells me I look good, that this face is svelte. I laugh it off, but she squints at me, confused. Have you had this one before? She asks. I freeze. That's never happened. Every face has always been new. I brush it off, tell her no, tell her she's mistaken. But when the call ends and I stare again at the mirror, unease gnaws at me. The face file familiar. Not to me, but in a way that suggests it belonged to someone else. The next morning is worse. Neborstar arde d'inusual. One woman gasps and covers her mouth when she sees me, as though I've stepped out of her nightmares. At work, even my coworker Oli start too long before blurting out, "You look just like my cousin Anna." That makes 3 people now. I try to ignore it, focus on the grind, but then Lucy, my boss, calls me into her office. She looks at me, and the blood drains from her face. She sits me down in front of her computer, her hands trembling as she pulls up the news. A headline blare across the screen. Young starlet killed in car crash at 3h15 du matin. Her name is Megan Rogers. A rising model. A client of the firm. She died less than an hour before my change. And in the picture beside the headline, I see the truth. Her face. My face. The same strong nose, the same crooked tooth, the same slight downturn at the corner of the lips. Lucy whispers something to me, but I can barely hear her. My stomach is ice, my mind spinning with the weight of what I'm seeing.
For years, itaud this transformation gave me something new, something original.
A body with no history.
A face with no past.
But Megan's death proves me wrong. Because her face isn't gone.
It's me now.
And I can't help but wonder how many of the faces I've worn were never mine to begin with. How many belonged to people who had died just hours before my rebirth.
How many ghosts have you carried in my skin?